Just a discount.
And a breeze. Just a discount and a breeze, please.
Yes, I'll try. Satellite radar showing some showers that moved through our area. That helped cool some of you down, but others, we were just set up to sweat. A lot of storms moved through earlier today. That's because we had that change up in the weather pattern, more of a westerly to northwesterly wind. So what's that do? Well, let's walk through today and you'll get the flow of how the rest of the week's going to go, because every day it's similar conditions. Satellite radar showing some cloud cover left over from those rain showers and storms that we had earlier today. I showed you at the start of the show. Highlands County, parts of it had about 4 inches of rain in some spots. Other areas, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. And then some locations just didn't get anything at all. Those were, of course, the hotter spots. Satellite radar on the bigger picture, you can see those westerly winds blowing in. So with a pattern like this, we will see storms develop earlier in the day, closer to the coast, and then they travel out to the east there. So let's walk through future casts. This is going into the rest of tonight, overnight. Tomorrow morning, just ahead of the 7 o'clock hour, we will have a couple storms start to fire off, likely for our northernmost locations. Notice how the winds are more west-northwest. Citrus County, Hernando County, Pasco County, these are all areas that will likely see the rain to start. As we move into the rest of the morning here, some of that will start to sink a little bit further south now. We're talking Pasco County, Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, and at the same time, it begins to spread across the east as well. So everybody has a pretty good shot at seeing rain at least one part of tomorrow, but it's not going to be a rain out, meaning it's not going to be an all-day event, but a downpour, yeah, most of us will see at least a downpour for a brief period of time. This is lunchtime. Now you can see the flow here still hanging on to the coastal areas. Let's go further into 2 o'clock. Now it starts to hit around Manatee and Sarasota counties. Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands, very similar to for today, where we had those storms just ahead of lunchtime, and then they basically spread across the interior, and then they basically finished off around Highlands and Polk County, and then we were done with them. As we move into Monday, Tuesday now, this is the same pattern that's going to set up. By the way, we may have occasionally an isolated storm that kind of lingers in the overnight hours. You just saw that Tuesday right around midnight, so very early Tuesday morning. Forecast rainfall. The good thing with this pattern is we will have anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain, especially for the coastal locations. These are locations that actually benefited, or some spots benefited from the recent rainfall from Bertha. But those interior locations, they need the rain too. They need some of that love. So with this system, it does help us out because it's driving over that warm Gulf water. What it also does is keep our overnight temperatures very warm. And that's how we're sitting right now. We're sitting in the lower to mid 80s. The only spots that are a little bit cooler in the mid 70s would be out across our interior locations because they were the ones that recently had the rain. For tonight, 81 for the overnight low. That's for Tampa. Again, we have some areas that's already sitting in mid 70s. Everybody's pretty much staying the same here on out through tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we heat up to 91. Now, tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of Tampa at the airport, that sensor, hitting 100 degrees for the first time. I think records go back to like 1890. So that was a big one. Tomorrow, we're not going to be at 100 degrees. But if you're interested in that, I can always talk to you about some records and nerd out about all that. All right, 7-day forecast here. We have some 90-degree marks that's sticking with us for the rest of the week. Same old westerly wind that's driving our rain throughout the week from Monday through next weekend. So this pattern, it's with us for the next several days.